module is going to cover the group worksheets, which are an integral part of your final project, your group strategic planning project. So the purpose of these worksheets is going to be to help you as a group build your planning project all throughout the semester, and you build it one piece at a time. And we'll get into the worksheets in just a second. I'll go through how this is going to work. If you navigate to the Content tab, click there, and click on Assignments, you'll see a couple submodules that open up. If you'll click on Group Worksheets, it'll take you to the Group Worksheet submodule. Now you can see the descriptor that I have in here that goes over what I call integrated course learning activities, but they're also known as group worksheet assignments, and they do account for 15% of your final grade. Like I said, these worksheets will help you to complete one section of your final strategic planning project at a time, and it's going to give you a chance to thoroughly review each section. So these are going to be very critical in assisting you with your final plan. Now the other part that goes with these worksheets is the feedback that you're going to be receiving on your discussion board posting, and I will go over that in just one second. So as we start to look into the group worksheets, you can see that we have a total of 5 modules or 5 submodules of worksheets due. Now worksheet 1 has 2 sections to it that will need to be completed, but that is the only worksheet that has 2 separate sections that go with it. Each of the other ones just have 1 section. So if we click on 1, click on the Mission, Vision, and Values worksheet, it'll bring up the worksheet. You can see here you need to list your team member names, and then simply start to fill in the questions. So list your organization's mission statement that you've decided to work with, and now go through and let's do some evaluation of the mission statement, the vision statement, and the values. Now group worksheets as an assignment will need to be completed and submitted in your draft form by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. of the week that it is due. So let's go over to Table of Contents. We'll pull up course information and look at our course outline for the semester. Now we can see, let's pick an example, we can see, we'll stick with worksheet 1. We can see the week of January 29th over under the assignments column. We have 2 assignments due that week, discussion number 1 and worksheet number 1. Now worksheet number 1, which is the one we just reviewed, your draft copy will be due by Wednesday, January 31st at 11:59 p.m. to the appropriate drop box. Now this assignment is tied to your discussion board assignment, so I would encourage you to view the video that covers discussion boards. But what you will do is take some of the information that you put together on your worksheet number 1 and post that on the appropriate discussion board. Now in this example, discussion board number 1 concerning your mission, vision, and values, your initial posting concerning the information that you gathered together on your draft worksheet is due by January 31st at 11:59 p.m. So what you will do is go to Communication, Discussions, read the criteria for discussion number 1, and fill out the required information. And again, this is due by 11:59 p.m. that Wednesday, which was January 30th, I believe. So when we go back over to Content, and let's go back over to the course outline and scroll back down to our example, we'll have worksheet number 1 submitted to the Dropbox by 11:59 p.m. You will make your initial posting on the same day and time to the appropriate discussion board concerning the information you gathered on your worksheet. Now groups will be assigned to offer feedback to other groups by that following Sunday, February 4th, and you will be posting feedback to other group members in the class concerning the information that they are posting in their initial post. Now we're going to do this to get feedback from each other and from your peers in the class, and I will be monitoring those discussion boards and offering my own feedback. Now what you will do after the discussion board closes on Sunday, February 4th at 11:59 p.m., you will take the feedback information that you got from your group members or your peers in the class, and you and your group members will take that information, and during the next week, you will revise your worksheet number 1 concerning your mission, vision, and values. So you will make any needed revisions based on the feedback you received and based on the conversations that you have with your group member, and you will take that worksheet number 1, the final one, and have that submitted to the Dropbox by that Sunday, February 11th at 11:59 p.m. Now let's look at the Dropbox under Evaluation, Dropbox. You can see we have 2 separate categories for the worksheets. Your draft worksheets, which are always due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m., will be submitted here, and there are different group folders for each group in the course. So your group worksheet number 1 would be submitted to the group worksheet number 1 draft copy, Dropbox. Now after you take your feedback information and make your revisions as a group, you will take that final worksheet and submit that to the group 1 worksheet final Dropbox. This one is through February 11th at 11:59 p.m. Now let's go back and look at the worksheet again quickly. Go down to Assignments, to Group Worksheets, and we'll go back to our example of Group Worksheet number 1. The Mission, Vision, and Values worksheet, as well as the Planning Process worksheet, are going to help you build your strategic plan a piece at a time throughout the semester. So as you fill out the information here on the Mission, Vision, and Values worksheet, I would encourage you to go and review the strategic planning project outline. And I will cover this more in depth in a separate video, but you can see by scrolling down, there's an outline of the flow of your paper or how your paper should flow or be set up. But you can see the first part of the paper that you will be turning in is your mission, vision, and values. So the worksheets are just an opportunity for you to gather the information together in one location so that you and your group members can discuss it, review it, and take the information that you learn and translate that into your planning project. So let's go back to our assignments and back into our group worksheets. Again, I want to encourage you to view your strategic planning project outline to see how the two are connected, but remembering that the information you obtain on your worksheets individually, worksheets 1 through 5, are going to have a corresponding discussion board that go along with that. And you can see the corresponding discussion boards in the syllabus. If we go to our course outline, you can see, for example, the next one will be your discussion number 2 on your SWOT analysis, and your worksheet number 2, which also concerns your SWOT analysis, will be due the same week, with your final submission being due the following week on that Sunday. If you have any questions, please let me know.